We're here today to mark 10 years since the end of the combat operations for UK troops in Afghanistan, to remember the service and sacrifice that all those that took part and the families that lost loved ones, and bring them together today as a community to remember and reflect at the Arboretum. We've already seen people who have only ever spoken over the telephone or connected on Facebook, meeting in person today, and they've been sharing tears but also sharing memories and building strength and support amongst the community. And I'm sure as people continue to gather here, we'll see more of that today.
Johnny and I felt that approaching the 10-year anniversary, it really was the right time to look at setting up our own association for Afghan veterans.
It mattered. They mattered, we mattered, and those that fell, they mattered, and the families that survive. We will go forward as a community and with that sense of pride that fills us. And to do it here at the National Memorial Arboretum is a really special place and special time for us.
It's really poignant for me personally to see names on the walls of individuals I served next to. Individuals that paid the ultimate sacrifice close to me in combat, and we're acknowledging that freedom isn't free. There's a cost to it. And I think it's really important across the nation that everybody remembers that.
As a female veteran, there aren't very many of us around. I always find that some of these remembrance events, I don't feel like I fit in. Whereas coming here, I found my tribe, and to be able to stand sort of shoulder to shoulder with people that have had the same experience as me has been really important.
It's quite poignant, isn't it? It's a lot can happen in 10 years, right? But it's still pretty fresh. And you look at all the names on the walls as well, and you realise it's a big effect. Like, we were just talking there, and it's like, right, well, I served with that guy, I did training with this guy, and
to see friends' names written on that wall was really emotional, really poignant. Yeah, it meant a lot. It meant a lot to be here.
I speak to my kids all the time. For them, it doesn't really exist. And, you know, just having this ceremony and somewhere to actually come and look back and reflect on things that's happened and people that we have lost, you know, it's really touching.
People forget that that war wasn't so long ago, and to this day there's still people fighting that war mentally.
In a year when we've been marking many 80ths, to make sure that the community that surround those that served in Afghanistan don't feel forgotten, that we're there for them, their families, whether their loved ones came home or they sadly lost them. The Royal British Legion are here for them whenever they need us.
My husband was the 101st British soldier to be killed in Afghanistan in action. James was Lance Corporal Bateman in the military. He was my husband. I know him since I was 17. And he was, I know everybody says this is cliche, but he was the best man I ever knew, and I am better for having had him in my life. So these are all human beings. 450 odd is not just a number, they all meant something to someone.
I hope that our shared experiences, we can connect with one another, and then not only grieve, but remember good times as well about the people that are no longer here. It's extremely important, and it should carry on forever.